Hey everyone, it's Garrison here and welcome back to the channel, and today I'll be doing my first listen / full-on album review to Wooah's first mini album titled Joy. Now, quick shout out to Fromis1 for recommending me to check out this mini album. One of our fellow subscribers on the channel here commented and suggested it on my K-pop catch-up session, which I have checked out Danger by Wooah, the music video for it all. So if you haven't seen that yet, I highly recommend you guys to do so. Absolutely loved that bridge into the outro. It may have been drastic, but it was such a bombastic outro to finish off the song. It may not be my favorite title track by them to date, but I gotta say, there was still a lot to appreciate and recognize within that overall release. Now, it made me wonder, how are the B-sides gonna go, okay? Because time and time after again, with the single albums, of course, it just seemed like Wooah kept on delivering in terms of the B-sides, am I right? The likes of Pandora and Scary Cat, Tied Along to Purple, off of that Wish album that I covered on the channel here. So considering that this mini album includes Catch the Stars and Danger together, I think we're in for a treat, and solely based on the people working behind the scenes, the familiarity that I'm seeing here is everything. So I'm sure Wooah's gonna deliver yet again. So with that being said, let's just dive into this album review now. Alright, so I brought up the very first track here titled Joyride. I'm seeing familiar names and names that are gonna keep on popping up in track listings in my humblest opinion. And the first person is Jennifer Eunsu Kim. Shout out to her. She's been on the likes of Who Am I by Sunmi, one of my favorite songs by Sunmi, still to this date, believe it or not, still in the streaming zone and sessions, but also Run by High Key. Now, if you guys enjoy High Key and the lyrics in Run, I'm sure you're going to end up enjoying Joyride, or you probably have already. I'm probably going to end up enjoying the lyrics in this song as well, assumingly. And on the composing side, we got Lee Hazel. He has taken part on, of course, Catch the Stars, the likes of Mafia in the Morning by ITZY, and the list truly goes on. Now, another significant name is Louis Friksven. Now, Louis Friksven has been on a part of ton of Twice songs. We're talking about Love Foolish, one of my favorite B-sides by them. DM by Fromis9, right? Even the anthem of Pick Me from PD48. So the range is huge here in terms of the credits. And yeah, without further ado, let's dive into Joyride now. Woo! Bit of sax too? Uyan. Ooh, that saxophone. Okay, Lucy. Okay, Sora. Snare drum work here. What a fun song! We going up. I can totally feel the influence by Luis and everyone behind the scenes on this. Okay. Ooh, what a verse 2 here by Lucy. Sora. This song is so bright, right? Yet Joyride, I feel like it has a lot of sing-alongable factor to it already upon first listen, during first listen. It's just so fun with it in terms of the energy too. Going up, and going up, and going up. Woo. Oh. Minseo. Okay. Wow. We're going up. Oh. The additional added hype with the vocal sampling with the hey. Oh, the sax lick in this. What a song, everyone! But also, yet again, a bridge that just seems to be so surreal. I think that's the best way to put it, everyone, right? There is, yet again, that overflowing joy that I get from Wooah. Every time in all their songs, there's just that spark of joy, whether it's an overwhelming amount in a good way or just a good mixture of joy and quirkiness, you know what I'm saying? And this is probably like, ratio-wise, if we're talking about ratio-wise, I'm saying 70% joy in Joyride, but the 30% being quirky with it, right? So I really get the gist of this song, and also considering the title of this mini album being titled as simple as the word joy, I feel like, and Roller Coaster out in the mix, and Danger, all in all, this is gonna be a cohesive album mood-wise, and I'm gonna have to find out for myself. Now, aside from that, I love how Joyride has that saxophone work. I'm sure it's like some sort of like alto sax. Now, as someone who I've said time and time again who played on the saxophone back in high school days, I really appreciate the usage of saxophone in this song. And I'm be real with y'all. Sure, we don't get much songs with saxophone, but in terms of the production end, it's really risky to integrate the saxophone on a song. Like, sure, it might spice it up a bit, but it might overtake the song and make it feel too overwhelming. And this is not overwhelming in a bad way by any means. I mentioned it earlier. It's done in a good way, a good fashion. And just how the overall movement of the song and the fun energy that is being delivered by all the members of Wooah themselves is everything. Like, sure, I'm not having the choreo in front of me if they already performed Joyride or not. If they did, I'm gonna have to check it out on my own time. You already know. But it just feels like they threw on a performance with Joyride, you know what I'm saying? That's just how much joy and fun and even a bit of laughter that I'm getting in this song, because I'm having so much fun that I'm laughing a bit to myself, because I'm like, oh, this is definitely not what I was expecting. Quite a good balance of English lines and Korean. In some cases, in some moments, it's fun, blissful, yet sensical in good moments here and there. Yet that bridge, Ooh, the anticipation in this song is really well considered, from the pre-chorus to the chorus, and then all leading up to afterwards the chorus, post-chorus, and then the bridge that happens right after, you know what I'm gonna say. So I'm gonna try to break down that moment. My favorite sections in the song is definitely you building all the way to the climax and bringing bringing everything together, I should say. So let me just do that now. Yeah, even a little bit of woodwind instrument like a flute. As someone who played the flute before too, I appreciate this moment here. Fun piano, jumpy in terms of the rhythm, the pattern of the playing of it, and of course the saxophone. Slight strumming of the strings, or the guitar work, I should say, sorry. Yeah, and just bits of that woodwind or flute that's going on add so much textures to the song, everyone. Hey! It's cool every time when Lucy jumps on the beat and she just flows, does her own kind of flow too. It adds a good amount of contrast in their music, and with the likes of Nana, of course, right? So notice how cool that was, right? That was some rap in verse 1. Yet we get that, I believe, in verse 2, but additionally beyond that during the bridge for this song. So the verses slightly prolonged, I would say slightly longer than the chorus at times, and it's cool. Very fruityful, if I want to describe it that way. What a pre-chorus. Joyride. Woo. That drum kit work, and then some chimes going on. Going up, we're going up, we're going up and on. I love the emphasis and on. There's a lot of sing-alongable factor to it, and with those lines being done like that, and the vocal direction that's being done in the song for Wooah is incredibly well done, because the energy, it just remains very consistent, and I wouldn't necessarily say relentless, but it's non-stop, you know, kind of movement to it. Just the tooting of that sax. Oh! Now this is the very, very quirky more so moment of the song, which is verse 2, obviously. And I love it. I love it with the dips of some electronic elements, or I should say usage of like sound effects going on in here. Like some midis or something. It's crazy. The comboing of Nana and Lucy is always fun, and always something that I anticipate in Wooah's music, because it's just so fun how they work off each other, and unpredictable every single time, even though it shows like in every Wooah song there's that verse 2 you're waiting for Nana and Lucy, of course. But with that being said, I think there's a good amount of distribution in the song. Joyride, 눈부신. Going up, we going up, we going up and on. And I remember it's either earlier when I was hearing this or now in this moment duration of the portion of the song is that I totally feel the influences that are going on by the likes of Jennifer Eunsu Kim. But also, of course, I've got to say Louise herself. Louise, production wise, I can sort of feeling of that energy that I get in the likes of PD48 and Pick Me, you know what I'm saying? Like the overall movement to it, like I really sense that influence and feel it just that joy. That joy is really recognizable, yet it suits Wooah so well, everyone. And I gotta give it to them for like really showcasing Wooah's talents to their, I would say, to their best kind of quality, right? I'm trying to figure out the words, but this song is just so fun and still in my mind going on halfway through my second listen here. Now, I believe this is the bridge, everyone. Yeah, this is the bridge. I love how it kicks it off with Mincio. As some may know, one of my biggest bias records in the group. And I think this is very fitting to give her this part in this moment of the song during the beginning of the bridge, right? It really provides like that sort of handshake, that emotional connection that you can get and take away from this song and make it just a little bit more memorable than it is, you know what I'm saying, due to this breakdown in the bridge, right? Now, I love it. Up and up, we got it going high. It just, I love how like it just brings it, slows it down, right? But then it's building back up, and it's building back up for the final chorus into, of course, later on the outro to wrap up the song. Joyride. Going up, we going up, we going up and on. We get vocal flourishes in this climax of a moment too. We get going, a bit of background vocal work by the members, which is so cool. Notice it here, notice it here. Going. And that cleverness that I get in Wooah's music from time to time. Get it? You know, we're going up. And then at the very end by Nana, during the outro, the final line, Wooah, yeah, going up. Love that connection there. So all in all, I would say the perfect song to kick off the album titled Joy, and I'm not going to be surprised if the rest of the B-sides are going to be as consistent in terms of quality or even better, or of course those tracks being very cohesive to every other track on this Joy mini album. So let's just get into the next track now. So this next track is titled Go Away. I'm seeing very familiar names, the likes of Sunny, who's been part of Bad Girl by Wooah, a song that I still love to this date, but also Lil G, who's been on the likes of Purple and other Wooah tracks as well. Hey, been on part of Waterfall by B.I, one of my top favorite tracks by B.I, so I'm sure I'm gonna enjoy this song. I just don't know what to expect, right? So let's dive into it. Ooh, what a bass. Some claps here. Ooh, Uyan. Love the strumming that's going on here. Oh my goodness, the layering in this song. Like those vocal samplings of some sort. Ooh. Oh, what a fun song in its own way, but I understand the intentions of this song lyrically. What a verse 2. See what I'm saying with Lucy and Nana? Playful with it in this moment by Lucy. I don't need you in my life. I'm cutting ties with ya. I hope you can meet someone like yourself. Ooh. Yeah, that vocaling sampling with the uhs. So good. Bit of like house piano, I feel like. I like how they brought it together there. Mincio? Ooh. That's cool. That's cool. This just seems like the song of like cutting ties, okay? Leave me alone, right? This like ex significant other one, past ex boyfriend, girlfriend, you name it, and yeah, cut ties. Fine, like go ahead, go find someone that's like you, right? But hey, please just go away. Just like straight up, please just go away. And verse 2, it's so fun how Nana sets up Lucy there in that moment, and then she's a little bit playful with it, but even more straight to the point based on the lyrics that I'm gonna have to point out in this song. But all in all, I love how yet again in Go Away this time around for this song, yet again, there is no such thing as predictability in Wooah's music, you feel me? Right? You can, sure, there's one thing you expect in terms of quality, it's gonna be there, but you don't know what to expect in terms of movement-wise, right? Like, assumingly, I thought after verse 1, we'll immediately get into the pre-chorus, but no. Before that, we get into this refrain, which I feel like builds it up even more and does this sort of storytelling kind of manner that I'm gonna have to point out. So let's just dive back right into it, shall we? And just like that with this intro, let alone, I had a good feeling about this song, everyone. Just the booming of the bass, the claps, right? Oh, so good. Just like the tooting of that woodwind instrument or flute, so good. I'd say more so in a chirping kind of manner. The strumming of the guitars, you don't have to just fakely apologize every time, because I don't need it more. I don't want to hear it anymore. Sora. And then boom. Oh, this moment here, once Mincio jumps onto the song and the beat, it's so fun with these vocal sounds all going on. Hey, oh, yeah, something like that. Ooh. And what's cool with this part, it's not the chorus yet. I like it. I like it how this sets up the chorus immediately, that just go away. And this is what I'm getting in terms of the storytelling, the straightforwardness in the vocal direction. Just go away, okay? I'm sorry, but please just go away. Don't be clingy and all. Just disappear in my life, because you're not being a positive thing in my life, right? Tell him, Wooah. Don't care. That like beat drop and like break with the hey oh hey, and then just brief moments here in the chorus makes it a very fun song.
It's funny how you changed.
This kind of transition was so creative. Setting it up for Lucy in verse 2. Oh, it's funny how you changed. Now, this could be considered as an interlude, either or the likes of course, just the very first line of verse 2. And it's funny how there's like this dialogue kind of moment with the laughter in the back. Oh, it's funny how you changed, you know?
Changed.
That attitude. This is what Boy, I'm not your mom. I think the likes of Itzy had a line like this, but like Nana and Lucy, I love how in this line it's sort of half and half almost, right? And I like how they work off each other in verse 2 here. Yeah, all these parts are very fitting in terms of distribution-wise in this song, too. Now, let me bring it to a later portion here. I think this song truly takes the pop route yet again, but with quite a bit of house influences, right? With the likes of the woodwind work, and especially this house piano that's being played ever so slightly throughout the song, and especially during this bridge here. I hope you feel like hell every day. We even get some vocal moments too near the end of the song. Man, oh man, what a song. Carrying it off from the previous track, but the intentions are much different and fair. If you have someone like significant and that's like been a toxic part in your life, let's cut ties. Just go away, please just go away. But if you gotta keep saying and saying over again, I think it's pretty fair to wish them hell if they've rained hell upon you relationship wise, right? So it's a very bittersweet, sweet in the manner of moving on, bitterness in a good kind of way, if you know what I'm trying to say. But let's just get into the next track now. So this next track is titled Switch Up. Now I'm really curious how this song plays out, especially considering that there's some names that I'm still familiarizing myself with, as in seeing for the first time credits wise, but also the likes of Tommy Lee that I've mentioned in the past before. But also Tommy Lee has worked with the likes of Miss A, GOT7, and even Ailey. So we got some OGs in the house per se. So let's go. Oh! Wait, no way we take more so rock routes? Wooah. Ooh, that's teeter-totter motion that's going on here. Pop rock route? Yeah, that's what I'm getting. Oh, Lucy! With the OKOKOKO. Where's this going though? See what I'm saying? Like every Wooah song is just so fun, free-spirited at the same time. Or I should say, majority of the time, because they have their slower songs too. Whoa! Man, there's a lot to take in this song. There's definitely a bit of hip-hop influence in this song too, as much as there's that pop-rock combination, I've got to say. Maniac! I love this line. Yeah, that being said, such a meaty chorus to remember. Love the guitar work too. Love the attitude and the swagger. Woo, that vocal work. Maniac. Tell me where the party at, yeah. This song is so relentless, tempo-wise, and with the overall song structure being done in this song, it makes me wonder, how does the choreo play out? I'm definitely gonna have to check out the choreo and the overall performance to this song. See what I'm saying? Like, no matter what song, it just seems like Wooah's like here to throw on a performance, right, and keep us engaged in their music, vocal and rap wise, right? So with that being said, I think I could say after so many listens, like from the debut days until into the Joy album here, I think it's that enthusiasm that is truly unmatched and is almost like a bite-sized version of like the enthusiasm that Twice did back in the early days. Now, unfortunately, you don't get that kind of style these days that prominently. It's more so being cool and all about the heavy swagger moments throughout the entirety of a song, you know what I'm saying? And I just love how we get the best of both worlds, sort of that bite-sized enthusiasm that we got in heavily by Twice in the early days, but at the same time we get that cool attitude by the likes of Nana and Lucy. I just feel like they really put us on a trip. They really put us on a trip time and time again. And Switch Up is that fun song that's placed, I would say, so perfectly track listing wise on this album. We're not even on the concluding thoughts portion of this album review, and I'm already talking about the I would say the placement of these tracks to make it very sensical and work if you were to just listen to this album from the very first track to the very last track, if I recall correctly, with Catch the Stars, right? I feel like Catch the Stars is the right way to wrap up everything, and even though I'm not on the final B-side that I haven't checked out yet, I feel like everything was well considered. Now, staying on track with Switch Up, like I mentioned, pop, rock route, it takes a good amount of hip-hop influences or implements a good amount of hip-hop influences, and I think everything's balanced so well with the vocal work and the rap work, like distribution-wise, it sticks. The ad-libs add so much to this song. Don't even get me started about the ad-libs, like the likes of Hey and Switch Up during, I would say even before the chorus in this song. I don't think the chorus has, but more so the verses quite heavily have the ad-libs in this so I'm gonna have to double check here. Yeah, the choruses don't necessarily have the ad-libs. It's just more so the layering that got me captivated in the chorus and the delivery of the chorus in this song. So let's just dive back into it. That all-out guitar. Another one. Love that we get that ooh ah, very clever with it yet again, and then we get Switch Up. So there's brief moments that is very playful and unexpected yet again, but this time around ad-lib wise, and then that one singular line that I'm gonna have to point out. It's so fun, you know. It adds so much more of that quote-unquote funness per se to the song. Then there's like this teeter-totter kind of motion that's going on back and forth. I don't know if it's a sort of sampling or string work, but that kind of sound effect is really cool. And I feel like the attitude and delivery and how Nana and Lucy project themselves in this moment is so cool. It matches like the tone of the bass that's being done in this song, right? You feel me? Hurry up. Then we get that lightness by the other members, starting off with Ouya, and some may know the bias in the group so far, okay? I told one of my friends, you know who you are, that I have a lot of bias records, pretty much all the members, and like some Mincio, but Ouya, I just really love her voice, right? And what she brings to the group as a whole. I love we get that, okay, definitely low-key, one of my favorite parts in the song by Lucy herself. Like, she adds more of that hype factor, right? That hype factor, this back and forth moment, as much as that teeter-totter that I was talking about, the sound sampling or effect that's going on between Uyeon and herself, right? KO, KO, KO. Oh, and Sora, too. That's cool. Maniac. That cheerfulness that I'm getting is so signature Wooah. Okay, I gotta prepare myself for verse 2. Lit, 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 what is going on? See, as much as there's that swagger, there's that playfulness and quirkiness that we get from Wooah themselves, but Nana, I would say, is the extra layer, right? For I've been waiting for a million. Million, that cheerfulness with that extra layer by Nana herself. Woo, I love it. That 808 bass work. That some trap percussion. Cat boom, cat boom, cat boom, cat. That kick drum work, so good with the strumming and the guitars. KO, 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 KO. Man, it really makes me wonder how the choreo truly is tied along with the song. It must be as fun. Okay, definitely gotta check out the overall performance for this. Ah, yes, this is the section that I was looking for, is Mincio. Very dreamlike bridge that adds to this song even more. I love the extra emphasis. Switch it up, won't you join? Not just switch it up, won't you join? Like the enthusiasm. It's everything. Dancing like a maniac. I even love Sora's moments in this song too. What an all-out fun pop rock song with those hip-hop influences, just with the rap delivery, right, and the hype, the extra hype that's given by Lucy during the pre-chorus for the chorus. I'm just like, so, I wouldn't necessarily say completely surprised, because I know what Wooah's capable of and their quality of B-sides, but I'm more so like, how should I say this? Intrigued, I think that's the right way to put it, by the consistency that Wooah has shown time and time after again. And considering that this is the first mini album, this is just like a work of art to my ears. Like, no details are left out, all details are considered, and like they are just, I don't know, really reminding me quite heavily of the early days when I first got into K-pop. And then once Twice debuted, I was like, oh my goodness, this is the girl group that I need to keep up with quite heavily, right? And I think they just got me so reminiscent of those days, just a bit of nostalgia, stylistically wise, not like fully completely, but that with some modern influences and Wooah's signature sound all mixed at once in one big pot and cauldron per se. I just love how I get all those things all at once by Wooah themselves, and I really appreciate that a lot, right? So yeah, let's just get into the final B-side, and then we'll wrap things up now, shall we? So this final track, or B-side I should say, is titled Straight Up. Anticipated this track quite heavily due to one individual that I'm very familiar of, and that is Kobe. Has been on the likes of Not Shy by ITZY, one of my favorite title tracks by ITZY, and even the likes of Heartlight. So far, my favorite B-side by High Key. So yeah, I feel like we have struck a match made in heaven, perhaps. I'm seeing Holy M and such, but the likes of the others, shout out to them. Still familiarizing with the others, but Kobe was a name that I definitely needed a shout out in terms of this song. But let's dive into Straight Up now. Oh, what a start. Whoa! Loving the epic drum work, timpani-like drums. Oh my goodness. I'm getting a little bit emotional here with the delivery. Okay, where's this headed though? I'm loving this pre-chorus. It got me anticipated for the chorus in the song. Everything's gonna pass. Aww. This song is so sweet, yet, man oh man, the lyrics really are so consoling and uplifting, I've got to say. Oh! Hey, hey, hey. Wow, so that was the post-chorus, the delivery of Everybody Straight Up. These horns every time during the pre-chorus, so good. I feel like it has that no matter how hard it gets, everything's gonna be better throughout time kind of vibe, you know what I'm saying? The sentiment of it. Oh, that snare drum work. That string work. Oh, love it. That orchestral string work adds so much to this song, everyone. No way you just put my bias for the bridge. And Sora? This comboing here. Okay. Even some Lucy? Yeah. Oh my goodness. That hey, that vocal sampling, love it. Hey. Yes. This is a masterpiece of a B-side, I've got to say. Not only due to the production and arrangement of the song, the lyricism. The lyricism is very meaningful, and I feel like this is the type of song that everyone needs in their life ever so often for the lowest of lows and tough moments in your life. And I really appreciate for everyone behind the scenes working on this, and Wooah themselves for presenting this song for us, right? It's crazy, you know, to think from the early days, right, and how they've kept on raising the bar, per se, and topping themselves in terms of their music quality with each and every release is everything, honestly. And especially noticing a lot of improvement in terms of performance-wise. Their skill sets keep on clearly being shown, like sharpen even more and more throughout time and each and every release. It's something that it's crazy to think of from those days, their debut song Wooah, to now. And I feel like I made a crime by missing out on this mini album, when, of course, Danger came out. So I do want to apologize for that. Because what I'm getting here before I go back and talk about my favorite parts and moments in this song and sort of break it down more for you guys for this song, I feel like this is, all in all, the best way to put out a first mini album. And I feel like there was that one point I was talking about when I was talking about some of their B-sides. I can even imagine how a mini or a full album is going to be by Wooah, right? And the fact that I end up like loving every single B-side, including the pre-release, right? Pre-release was not Catch the Stars. Catch the Stars was pretty much a single added to this. And I even messed with Danger to a certain extent. I don't know what to say. This is like a 9.5 out of 10. Like, it just keeps on getting better and better with Wooah. And like I said, they really fill in a part of K-pop that doesn't get touched upon anymore. Yet, it's that enthusiasm, that joy that Wooah brings to the table, and I'm so glad that they've considered each and every track, the A&R people, the people behind the scenes, and made this very cohesive, mood-wise. Intentions, slightly different, of course, based on the lyrics, right? We got a song of, like, okay, breaking apart and moving on, of course, and now we have Straight Up, which is more so consoling, uplifting, right? Reassuring, per se, I think is the right word. And I'm gonna have to break down those lines before I talk more about my concluding thoughts. I'm sorry that I'm saying it too early here, but yeah, back into Straight Up now. There's a little bit of that vulnerability, like, once Mincio kicks off the song, right? It's not instantly bright sounding. It's not, like, the definition of joy, you know what I'm saying? And it links to the lyrics here. I become a light in the dark, right? Oh my goodness. What a special song. This is the type of song that you tuck in your heart and just, like, it's such a go-to song. And it... there are not enough words to say how and describe how special this song is for me, and I'm pretty sure for you guys as well. Love that snare drum work with these epic, like, timpani drums going on. If you wander in the Milky Way. Love the horns, the brass work, I should say. Everything's gonna pass. Smile, just don't worry. I feel like the intentions of the lines here is like protect your back. It feels like almost like a song for us, the fans, of course. And if that's the case, it makes so much sense. But in a general sense of like, things are gonna be better, things are gonna be okay. I really love that message. But also, if we're thinking on a fan perspective, it makes me want to protect Wooah at all costs, you know? Like, this song is just that good. I feel like it tackles both sides like that, with the intentions and the overall message to the song, and how it's being conveyed vocally in the song. Straight up has that sing-alongable factor to it. The hook's very memorable. Now I want to carry it on to later in the song. Not only that this is a beautiful bridge, but Uyeon to kick it off. So perfectly well considered. And yet these strings being pressed ever so slightly. Every day. Da, 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 da. So good. The strings, notice how the strings are done differently throughout the song. Straight up. Wow, what a way to finish off this album review, but it makes so much sense to put Catch the Stars immediately right after Straight Up to end off this album titled Joy. Let me bring up the track listing here and then wrap up with my concluding thoughts. I think this album is, yeah, it's like a 9.5, a 10 out of 10 for me. The fact that Wooah did that though, and I really, at the end of the day, goes to show you that they're just so straight up in terms of my alley, in terms of taste, especially B-sides. And like I said earlier about like having that very enthusiastic, cheerful style in an Wooah kind of manner, yet that a little bit of added quirkiness, how we get all of that into one pot stirred in a cauldron of some sort, I appreciate it a lot. And I can't show enough, just there's not enough words to really show my appreciation and actions and a way to describe it. It's something special. And if anything, this overall mini album has furthered my love for Wooah, and I'm pretty sure you guys as well. Time and time after again, was waiting for a mini album by Wooah, and this was like a near perfect to perfect quality of an album, right? So to break it down, we had Danger, right? Well, quite the quirky song. We get the best of both worlds by Wooah in that song, especially with that bridge into the outro. Then we have Joyride, okay? Like I described, the sort of ratio of joy and the playfulness and quirkiness in that song, I feel like is just great. Full-on pop song to it. I think it has to be my second favorite song, right? I'd say it's my second favorite song. Go Away, it takes this more so approach of more so of like, okay, I need to cut you out of my life, or referring to an ex or something like that. I don't need you, you're toxic, please just go away, I'm moving on with my life. Sure, go ahead, find someone that's more like you, but like, yeah, I love it. I love the attitude in that song. And then we had Switch Up. Switch Up, oh, the bit of influences that I got at the likes of Tommy Park was everything and everyone else behind the scenes, right? So they showed a lot of range. Like, sure, they're really good with the genre pop, right? The likes of synth pop, but it goes to show you that they can really mess with pop, rock, and hip-hop influences at the same time. And then Straight Up, super meaningful song. It really has intentions of like a consoling kind of manner, providing a hug to us, like, okay, it's gonna be right, don't worry, there are better days, right? There are better days. And I love it. I love it. Like the lyricism by Kobe and Holy M, I appreciate them for doing that for Wooah. So I feel like there's a good balance of pretty much all the members throughout majority of these songs, and every time we get a verse 2 comboing off from Lucy and Nana is something that I'm gonna continue to anticipate, because you cannot predict of how they're gonna work off each other and what kind of flow and delivery and attitude and grit that they're gonna provide in verse 2 of their songs, or even other moments where there's added rap, the likes of the bridge by Lucy that I pointed out throughout these songs. So yeah, I don't know, I haven't felt this speechless and a loss for words for quite some time now, since my last album review by any other group out there, boy group or girl group. So Wooah, they did it with this one for me. What a masterpiece of a first mini album. If I were to rank my favorites B-side wise, would have to be Straight Up, Joyride, and I think Switch Up and Go Away are really tied neck and neck with each other, I've got to say. So there's not a single track that I would skip. This is a no skip album without a doubt. But other than that, let me know your favorites, everyone, and be sure to like, share, maybe subscribe, as it helps out the channel so much, and just warms my heart connecting with y'all in regards to Wooah's first mini album here titled Joy. What a cohesive album as a whole, and it goes to show you even the growth by Wooah as a whole in terms of a group and their signature sound, you know what I'm saying? But as always, have a great day, have a good night, have a good afternoon, wherever you are. This has been Garrison, as always though. Until the next Wooah related video, see ya then, and peace.